It was one of those drizzly Seattle Mondays that made you question every life choice leading up to your alarm clock's merciless beep. The offices of Technova Solutions buzzed with the usual symphony of keyboard clacks, muffled conference calls, and the eternal hum of the overworked coffee machine. I'd been grinding away as a mid-level developer for 3 years, surviving on caffeine and code, watching new hires trickle in like fresh rain on the windowpane. Some fizzled out quick, others stuck like glue. But Alex Rivera? He crashed into our world like a plot twist in a feel-good sitcom. Picture this, mid-20s, with that effortless surfer dude charm, tousled dark hair that looked windswept even indoors, a lanky frame that screamed, "I hike on weekends," and a smile so genuine it could disarm a firewall. He strolled into the morning stand-up meeting in a crisp button-down over jeans, backpack slung over one shoulder like he was heading to a beach bonfire, not a tech gig. "Hey team, I'm Alex," he announced, voice smooth as a well-optimized algorithm. "Stoked to be here. Anyone down for lunch? I make a mean recommendation for food trucks." Boom, instant hit. By 10 a.m., he was bantering with Sarah from marketing about the latest cat meme storming the internet. By 11, he jumped in to help Mike from QA squash a bug that had us all scratching our heads. "No biggie," he shrugged when Mike thanked him profusely. "Teamwork makes the dream work, right?" In our pressure cooker office, where deadlines loomed like storm clouds, Alex was the ray of sunshine we didn't know we needed. Friendly? Check. Chill? Double check. Everyone from the interns to the CEO wannabes gravitated toward him like moths to a porch light. But oh, how the mighty fall. Or at least stumble, when paperwork rears its ugly head. HR had commandeered Conference Room B for his onboarding ritual, a gauntlet of forms, NDAs, and those soul-sucking background checks that make you feel like you're auditioning for a spy thriller. Linda, our HR powerhouse, a sharp-witted woman in her 50s with a bob cut that could slice paper and eyes that missed nothing, sat across from him, her laptop glowing like a crystal ball. Alex dove in with his usual enthusiasm, typing away, chatting about his last job at a Portland startup focused on green tech. "Built apps that tracked carbon footprints," he said, grinning. "Felt like saving the planet one line of code at a time. But stability calls, hence, here I am." Linda nodded, her fingers flying over her checklist. ID. Green. References. Solid. Employment history. Immaculate. Then she hit the brakes. Her screen flickered, and her brow creased like a crumpled memo. "All right, Alex, everything's looking sharp, except this." She tapped the monitor. "Your credit report's flagged." Alex froze, mid-sip of his water bottle. His easy grin evaporated faster than morning fog. "Flagged? Wait, what? I've never missed a bill in my life. Rent's always on time, utilities too. Is this some glitch?" Linda leaned back, adjusting her glasses with the patience of a veteran coach explaining the offside rule. "It's not about misses, kid. Your file's thin. Like, ghost town thin. No cards, no loans, barely a whisper of history." He blinked, processing like a lagging server. "But that's good, isn't it? I've dodged debt like the plague. My parents hammered it home, credit cards. That's how folks dig their own graves. Stories about uncles buried in interest, families splintered over maxed out limits. I stuck to debit, saved up for everything, car, laptop, you name it. Thought I was adulting like a pro." The room seemed to shrink. Linda's expression softened, a rare crack in her professional armor. She'd seen this dance before, especially with millennials and Gen Zers raised on recession horror tales. "I hear you, Alex. And kudos for the caution, it's smarter than half the stories I process. But here's the kicker most folks miss until it smacks them, no credit history. It's worse than bad credit in some eyes. You're a blank canvas to lenders, employers, even apartments. No proof you can handle borrowed bucks. We need it for roles like yours, client data security and all. Alex's face went pale, like he'd just debugged a nightmare error. A blank canvas? That's insane. I've busted my ass to stay clean. How's that a red flag? His voice cracked a bit, the chill vibe fracturing under the weight. She pulled up a quick explainer site on her tablet, sliding it over. Think of it as your financial resume. Good grades. Hireable. Fails. Risky. Empty. Who even are you? It's not fair, but it's the game. We can fix it, alternatives like bank refs or a cosigner. He nodded numbly, gathering his stuff. Got it. Just, didn't see that coming. As he exited, I caught the scene from my desk, thin walls, remember? The guy who'd lit up the office now looked like a deflated balloon, shoulders hunched, eyes distant. It twisted something in my gut. This wasn't just admin BS, it was a sucker punch to his worldview. Lunch hit like a reset button. We piled into the break room. Me, Sarah, Mike, Raj, our unflappable team lead, and a couple designers, with trays of sandwiches and salads. Alex joined, but his energy was dialed down to low battery. He poked at his turkey wrap, staring into space. Finally, he burst the bubble, voice carrying with a mix of frustration and humor. Okay, spill, anyone else get nuked by HR weirdness? Mine was my credit, or lack thereof. Apparently, being debt-free makes me a suspect. Sarah's fork hovered. Lack thereof? Like, 0 credit score. Yup, Alex confessed, leaning in like he was sharing a conspiracy. On purpose. Parents' mantra, credit ruins lives. Grew up hearing nightmare tales, relatives bankrupt, homes lost. So I went full cash ninja. Debit only, save for splurges. Felt responsible AF. Silence descended like a awkward group chat lull. Forks clinked hesitantly. Why? Because damn if that didn't hit home for most of us. My own folks, fresh off the boat from India, preached the gospel of, no debt, no chains. Dad's favorite line, borrow today, slave tomorrow. I didn't touch credit till college, and even then, it was with white-knuckled caution. Raj broke the ice first, his accented voice thoughtful. Brother, I feel you. My family back home. Credit was the devil. Took me ages to build mine after landing here. Couldn't even lease a car without jumping hoops. Mike, ever the cynic with a heart of gold, chuckled dryly. Dad tanked in '08, loans gone wild. Swore off it, drilled the fear into me. Didn't get a card till 28. By then, insurance rates bit me hard. Systems stacked against the careful ones. Sarah jumped in, her eyes sparkling with relatability. Grandparents survived the Depression, cash under mattresses, no trusts in banks. I rebelled, charged up a storm in my 20s, now I'm paying literal interest. Balance is key, huh? Alex's tension eased, a laugh bubbling up. It's bonkers. You follow the smart advice, then, wham, adulting plot twist. I feel like a total noob. No judgments flew. Instead, empathy wrapped the table like a warm blanket. Tips flowed like cheap wine, Raj on secured cards, low-risk entry point, Mike on apps, track it like a game, level up your score. By dessert, Alex was grinning again, the panic a fading echo. But man, that initial freakout. Etched in my brain. And the way the table hushed, then bonded over shared scars. Pure magic. It wasn't just credit chat, it was a peek behind the curtains of our collective facades. The days blurred into weeks, Alex embedding like a well-placed plug-in. He crushed sprints, sparked ideas that saved us hours, even hosted a trivia night at the local pub where his charm turned rivals into fans. But the credit saga simmered underneath, a subplot begging for resolution. One rainy afternoon, I bumped into him at the water cooler, him scrolling his phone with furrowed brows. "Hey, mind if I bend your ear on this credit mess?" he asked, vulnerability peeking through. "Fire away," I said, grabbing a stool. We hashed it out for 45 minutes, me spilling my own war stories, maxing a card for a dream Euro trip, then clawing back from interest hell. "Treat it like a tool, not a toy," I advised. He opened up deeper, small-town Oregon roots, teacher-parents scraping by. "Dad lost a buddy to debt suicide," he whispered. "Scared us straight. I mowed lawns at 12, bought my first beater car cash at 18. Felt invincible. Now." I prodded. "Now it's a cage. Can't upgrade my apartment without begging family to co-sign. Sucks." We plotted his comeback. I hyped the Fizz card, beginner-friendly, no interest trap if paid promptly. "Training wheels for credit," I quipped. He signed up on the spot, excitement flickering. Game on. Months flew. Alex's updates became office folklore, score jumped 30 points, boom. Slack buzzed with his wins, inspiring a ripple. Sarah launched a finance tips channel, posting Roth IRA gems. Mike owned his debt journey, therapy-bound. Even Linda pivoted, hosting a literacy workshop. Alex keynote, avoided credit thinking I was wise. Nope, it's about smart play. Crowd swelled, interns to brass. Confessions poured, loan ignorance, cultural taboos delaying dreams. Cathartic chaos. Resolution. Sweet. HR greenlit with alts, Alex thrived. Fizz built his score steady, no wild rides. By quarter's end, he snagged a better lease, toasting with team pizza. Yet the gold was the bonds forged. His panic, our echoes, it humanized the grind. Lunches deepened, laughs realer. We weren't drones, we were survivors swapping maps through adulthood's maze. Flash to our team retreat, misty woods, bonfires crackling. Stories circled, Alex's fiasco the star. Thought I was toast, he roared, eliciting belly laughs. Updates, 680 score, car loan locked. Cheers echoed. My turn echoed my post-college scramble. But we adapt, right? Adulthood's no script, guesses, gaffes, growth. Alex's arc. Proof we're not wrecking balls, just puzzle solvers with outdated pieces. Parents meant well, but worlds shift. No manual. We write our own, one flagged flag at a time. A year on, Alex is promoted, credit rock solid, mentoring noobs on code and cash. Me. Scorecheck obsessive, Sis's credit coach. Empathy's my upgrade. In quiet codings, I replay it, stunned Alex, hushed table, united nods. Behind every polish, a fumble story. We navigate, connect, conquer, together.